Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about 13 things that mentally strong people do not do. First of all, I'd like to say something. I believe that the people who talk about the mentality and the importance of the mind and the thoughts and so on, they have a point. However, there is a lot of exaggeration talking about the importance of the mind and the thought. It's all in the mind. The mentality is the most important thing. I believe it's not. From my experience, from my life, from my reading, I believe that people put too much emphasis on the thoughts and the ideas and the imagination and the mentality. It's essential, yes, but people rely on it so much that they don't do anything but trying to wait for the perfect idea that is going to change your life, the perfect advice, the thing that is going to suddenly motivate you and make you superhuman, and it does not happen. I believe that changing your behavior, your habits, is more powerful than changing your thoughts. If you wait for thoughts to change you, you are probably going to wait forever or for a very long time. Thoughts are great. They give you a perspective. They give you a destination, a way of seeing things. However, they are not transformative on their own. Your behavior, your action is more important. And the behaviors from this book are very, very essential. I will not go into mention all the 13 things in details. I'm going to highlight the things that I feel like are essential to look at them. However, it's easier said than done. I have to say this. It's very easy to say all you have to do is just change your thoughts, look at things from a different perspective. Easier said than done. However, applying those things in your life, doing a routine that forces you to look at things differently, behaving differently, is the core message, I think, in any book about mentality and thoughts. So let's start with the main ideas. First of all, stop feeling that the world owes you anything. So many of us, when we try to achieve something, we expect things to go our way and things will be perfect and we will get it at the end, and sometimes they don't. And when they don't, we feel frustrated, like, why? Why is this happening to me? Things should have gone my way and so on. And they shouldn't, things go as they go. This is just the nature of life. So do not expect that the world owes you anything. Things happen for a reason. You only have to try. This is just your part. Your part is to try and try and try. And that's it. If you do that, you will move to the second point, which is stop feeling sorry for yourself. When you try, you have done your best. When you don't try, this is why you can feel sorry. However, feeling sorry does not move the needle, does not make you motivated. So stop resenting other people's success. This is point number 3. When you feel frustrated and sorry for yourself, adding more fire or fuel to that fire is looking at other people's success and asking yourself why don't I have it and what's wrong with me and so on. So this is really destructive for your mentality. And I like the reverse psychology perspective from this book, as she hints the things that mentally weak people do, and this is what we should stop doing. Point number 4, stop wasting energy on things you cannot control. Again, some of the things that I recently noticed, someone wrote in the comments for me. I remember one of the things I said in my videos, I'm not making these book summaries or these podcasts for the subscribers or the number of views. Otherwise, I would stop. And then I stopped, actually. I stopped for a couple of years. But I was really sick for those couple of years. But I did not stop for the same reason I said I would not stop for. And I came back again. Learning more things and still doing the things. My goal is to make a book every day, at least 3 or 4 books a week. And it's still my goal. I can control this. I can record the book and then turn it into a video and upload it. And that's it. I just want to maintain the routine. I just want to maintain the thing that I'm doing. So the things I cannot control, I cannot make people subscribe. I cannot get the subscribers. I cannot get the success. But I can reach by myself. I can try. I can do my best. Number 5 is to stop dwelling on the past. Number 6 is to stop letting other people's opinions dictate your life. Number 7 is to stop worrying about pleasing everyone. Again, very basic things just to keep in mind while you are trying to move on with your life, to shy away from those things. Number 8 is very important. Stop making the same mistakes over and over again. Wow. This is very important for me. I have tried so many things before, and then I ask myself, hey, why can't I reach the goals that I set for myself? And then I read this quote which is very famous. The definition of madness is trying the same thing and expecting different result. And it's so true. Like, you try to reach a goal and then you do the same way and the same way and the same way, but you fail. And then you say, hey, why can't I reach? How is the question? How are you still trying the same road which did not take you to your goal, and you are still insisting on taking the same road? Try a different road. If you try to break a habit, for example, and you do something to try to quit it, and then you come back, and then you quit it, and you come back. Why are you coming back? You are doing something wrong. You're absolutely doing something wrong. So you have to look into this. Making mistakes is a part of reaching success, yes, but learning from them and not making them again is the best way to block that element of failure. Next point, stop shying away from change. Again, so many people are dying in the comfort zone. And let me tell you, if you want to be comfortable, you have to get out of the comfort zone. Change is amazing. Next point, stop fearing calculated risks. I talked about this before, the investment in yourself and into a project, into traveling, into meeting people, into introducing yourself, into talking. This is a risk, yes, to start a new venture, to travel to a new country, but it's a calculated risk. Try something different because you will see a different result. Stop expecting immediate result. This is one of the most important points in achieving success. So many of us want to pop a finger, close our eyes and open it and find ourselves different. I want to learn a language in a couple of days. I want to become successful in a couple of months, and I want to travel the world in 80 days. And this is why most of us do not continue, because I start learning. For me, for example, I started learning maybe about 9 languages. Yes, French, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, Russian, German, Chinese, Turkish, and Hebrew. Seriously, I tried to learn all of them. And when I started learning and improving some phrases. I can, for example, introduce myself in Japanese. I say, Ohayo gozaimasu, watashi wa Tmam desu, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I learned some phrases, but then I quit because I did not see immediate result. And so many of us, not just me, quit after this. So I finally convinced myself, do not stop. Do not expect that you will speak a language fluently in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Give it at least a year. You know what? Do not stop unless you are a upper intermediate in a language, until you can talk, make a conversation in a language. Then you move on to another language, or you just have enough. But don't stop and don't expect immediate results. Next off, don't give up after the first failure. Again, I started learning German in 2012. So in 10 years, I did not speak a word. However, I got back into it and I started again. And my plan is by the end of 2020, I can make a podcast in German completely. I can make a record like this one completely in German, and I hope I will. I hope so. Last thing, stop fearing alone time. It's time for reflection. Reflecting and looking back at your thoughts is one of the most important skills that I personally find benefit for. Journaling, writing your feelings, your thoughts, asking yourself, where are you right now? Where do you want to go in your life? How do you feel? What are the good things in your life, the things that you are grateful for? A great exercise that I also have learned from this book is to have a paper, split it in half. On the top part, write down the things you cannot control, the things that are in your life that you cannot do anything about. On the bottom, write down the things you can control, the things you can do something about. And then cut that paper in half. Take the part that you cannot control and burn it, or cut it into pieces. Then have the part that you can control, the daily routines, the actions, the habits, the things that you can do every day, and look at them every day. And do them every day. Have a routine for things that move you forward. For me, for example, one of my routines that I have right now is a routine of making a book every day, or making a video, or making a podcast, making something, producing something out in the world, amongst other things. Also, one of my routines is to study German every day, and I think I'm doing fine. And hopefully, this year will be a milestone for becoming mentally strong, becoming physically strong, reaching our goals strong. I hope that you've enjoyed that podcast. I don't know what we call it, podcast, whatever. So, thank you very much. I'll see you next time.